Hey guys, so I've been watching The Acolyte, and, unpopular opinion, I've actually enjoyed some of it. Now, before you pull out your pitchforks, despite the 7th grade dialogue, the wooden acting, and the costumes that never get dirty, I mean that I have managed to piece together some few themes from the show. I finally see what they meant with the quote about power and who is allowed to use it. In episode 6, we learn from the Call Me Sith guy that Master Squid Game guy gets his power from OSHA because she was his pupil. So that was an interesting take, to be honest. It introduces the concept of multi-level marketing to Star whatever wars this is. I liked those two characters better, and the Call Me Sith guy best of all by far. He's powerful and interesting, and not afraid to tap into raw emotion for his power and strength. I kind of had a hunch that he was a Sith guy since episode 4, because we never saw him with the Sith guy, and the Call Me Sith guy was around when that other guy was nearby. And, spoilers, I was really surprised when he killed off so many Jedi main characters. I was surprised that X-23 got killed off like that too. Also, rather inexplicably, many of the Jedi's lightsabers just die. And I kid you not, it's like, just shake it and turn it on again. Maybe they should have used Energizer batteries instead.
If you only knew the power of the dark side.
Long-lasting Energizer batteries.
I mean, I wasn't sure who this show was for at that point. I mean, if you want to graphically kill off several characters, that seems more of an adult theme for a more adult show. Much of the rest of the show seems to cater to a 5th grade audience, or some such, I can't really tell. It seems like the showrunners are trying to cater to everyone and failing, rather than catering to something more specific and succeeding. May and OSHA are flat and not too interesting. I think it's also how Rue from The Hunger Games portrays May and OSHA as pretty much the same character. I mean, I can't really tell a difference. There is another theme about the Jedi not being the all-good groupies that they are thought to be. The funny thing for me was that even George Lucas himself wrote the Jedi to be more or less morally relativistic depending on the point of view. Consider Obi-Wan's Force Ghost talking to Luke in Return of the Jedi, where Obi-Wan says exactly that. He told Luke a version of who Luke's own father was, Anakin, but held back that Vader and Anakin were the same person. And in Revenge of the Sith, Obi-Wan says to Anakin that only a Sith deals in absolutes. Well, what does Obi-Wan deal with then? Ambiguity? And I say all this regarding the original Star Wars trilogy to parallel how the Jedi act in The Acolyte. They actually act morally ambiguous, kind of leaning into whatever good and light happened to be at the time. I've seen only up to episode 6, so at this point in the show, we don't really know everything that happened to the lesbian Space Witch coven in episode 3. I guess Squid Game guy will tell us more, and that's just the point. One could argue that he is paralleling Obi-Wan here, about to give May an explanation of what happened. So I think the authors of the show actually picked up on the theme that George Lucas himself wrote down, that the Jedi often practice situational ethics. And yet, of course, we've already gone off the rails a long time ago, especially when May did burn down the Stone Coven headquarters. Right. And May really is a murderer. She kills in cold blood for her own ends. Then she flippantly decided to turn herself over to the Jedi. Okay. On the flip side, OSHA actually has something of a character arc developing in episode 6. She is considering what Call Me Sith guy has told her, and is actually wondering if the Jedi are what she thought they were. So while maybe the showrunners parallel some of Lucas' original themes, I still don't think the show is worth $200 million. Is it fun? Sure. I just turn off most of my brain and enjoy the pretty pictures on the screen. It's fun to watch in the same way I enjoy the 1991 movie Dead Space with Walter White and the Beastmaster. And with that, thanks for watching my rant. I hope you enjoyed. What do you think? Give it a watch and let me know in the comments. Like, share, and subscribe for more, and I'll catch you in the next one.